In Thomas Nagel's critique of the reductionist account of the mind, he famously asked, what is it like to be a bat? Although we might understand the physical mechanisms by which a bat's advanced sonar and echolocation senses work, there is another facet of knowledge that we will never be able to fully know, and that is what it feels like to use and rely on such senses. Lurking by students at Digipen Singapore may not be a bat simulator, but you do use sound in order to see in this short survival horror game. It uses audio from a microphone to create echolocation pulses that draw the outlines of your surroundings. In the Oculus Rift, it transforms your sense of sight into something akin to how I used to imagine being a bat daydreaming during those first-year philosophy lectures. Footsteps produce pulses that briefly map out the space you are in, but so does your breathing, speech, and screams. The limitation on your ability to see your surroundings serves to make you feel quite powerless. The fact that the monsters or madmen that lurk in the facility track you using their own sense of sound means that you're constantly at odds with yourself. You'll find yourself wanting to make more noise to have a clear, consistent picture of your surroundings, but also wanting to keep quiet so as to not attract attention. Clever use of sound, throwing objects, opening or closing doors, can be used to lure your enemies away, reminiscent of the dreaded clickers from The Last of Us. It has to be said though, sometimes getting through the encounters can feel more like blind luck than cunning planning. One of my favourite things about the art direction is that you start and end the game in a normally rendered 3D colour environment. It is only when you step through that first doorway do you have to rely on echolocation. When you eventually do get to the final area and can actually see a real looking world, you'll feel an incredible sense of relief. Without spoiling the ending, that sense of relief is neatly turned on its head in a classic psychological thriller type twist. There doesn't seem to be any lens distortion correction on the Oculus version of this demo, which would normally be a pretty unforgivable omission, but due to the Spartan nature of the visuals, it is not actually that noticeable throughout most of the game. This should still be looked at, of course, as it mars what would otherwise be a really standout experience for the Rift. The more abstract art style also serves to make the game less panic-inducing than some other horror titles available for the Rift. It is still scary, just not quite tear the headset off your face kind of scary. There is some story in lurking, delivered by way of audio tapes to be found, but these do not significantly enhance the experience beyond providing a science experiment gone wrong context to the action. However, playing them does create a little oasis of sound that can be a source of comfort as a reward for progress and exploration.
Yes! The operation is success! I can still see! I knew it! My device works! Ha! That will show them. Now those fools will have to eat their words or be famous!
Lurking is a smart little horror game that doesn't outstay its welcome. A clever use of hardware and a strong central mechanic mark it out as unique. Since the Oculus Rift does such a good job of jacking into your sense of vision, it is interesting to see the device used to play with alternate modes of perception, to give us in some small way a sense of what it is like to be a bat.